I'm Trish. I've been getting messages to ask what I'm doing the next Nicola Bully reading. I'm going to see and try to tap in, see if I can get a connection. And I would like to answer today is why Penny seemed relieved at the verdict. So what's that all about? So let's see if we can get a connection. So if I was to answer based on just these cards here, the question that I asked about why Penny was relieved. Now, it's given me the answer straight without tapping in. I will see if I can tap in, but the cards that it's giving me is talking about the hanging tree. So perhaps where her body went in. Somebody just reminded me, somebody else, one of the other questions that was in the comments was she put into stored somewhere, like stored in the tunnel or in mud? Was she alive and stored somewhere? Which I did get that when she showed me the vision of her being, she was alive. She was barely alive, but she was alive. When she was put somewhere, she was carried somewhere, taken somewhere. She showed me that. Okay, the cards that I'm getting here is, and I don't want to say any names, this is all speculation and there's no facts here at all. But the main question I'm asking today is, why did Penny seem relieved? There was somebody caught a sound recording of the verdict and they heard Penny say she was relieved about the verdict being no one was involved because no one's going to jail. This is my jail card because no one's going to go for jail. No one's going to go to jail for this. Somebody I know or somebody I used to know talks about information that she knows, knowledge she knows. Now, if you check back into my reading called Penny, it talks about her not being involved. She wasn't involved in it. She didn't commit it, but she knows enough stuff. She knows some things. This one gave me a very specific energy of somebody in Nicola's life. I don't want to say any names. Somebody really close in that circle. I actually heard the name when this card came out. And this here is the hanging tree. I think that's actually called the hanging tree. Hangman. It's the hangman card, but it's I think the card they're talking about the hang. Was she stored somewhere in the water near the hanging tree, please? Was Nikki stored somewhere near the water? Okay. We've got Magician and Tower, and Implication. That's making me think somebody, that's chaos and drama, and somebody putting together a plan. So somebody concocting something or concocting an idea, working with somebody else to come up with a plan to sort the situation out. Okay. I just want to really tap in here because I don't feel like I can't feel Nikki with me. I can't feel Nicola near me. So I just want to see if I can get a connection to her. Okay, what this reading feels like, I'm working through my spirit team to get answers. It doesn't feel like it's a direct contact with Nicola here. Okay, so I'm just going to check in to see if I have a connection with her. Now, I can read either way, so I do prefer to have a connection, but like a lot of the other readings, I don't connect in with the victims first. It's just Nicola normally comes through very strongly, but I don't feel her energy being as strong, and I haven't read on her for quite some time, but I'm not feeling her energy as strongly as what I was feeling it before. Still doesn't mean that I can't get answers through my spirit team, because that's how I normally get answers through everything else. Okay, so first of all, she's saying be cautious. Messages from the other side is my owls. Changes going on around the home. So she's saying, and there's challenges around that. Okay, she might be finding that challenging about the changes going on around her home. Okay. Okay, this is I was asking if Nicola's here. Is she there? I feel like she's got some stuff going. She's processing some stuff. Like the things that you do when you pass away, the things that you have to do. She's doing those at the moment. Because I'm not feeling her energy as strongly as I normally feel it. And this is letting go. So it's letting go. So she's got things to do on the other side. And she did tell me that. She told me that there'll come a point where she won't be able to tap in because she's got some things that she needs to do. So I'm not quite feeling it as just because there was times I've tapped into her before and she's been so busy. She's been maybe with other people that I couldn't get a connection with her, but I'm not sure that I'm not feeling that sense of the reason why I can't connect in with her today. It feels more to be because she's got stuff to do on the other side. So she's working through some other stuff, some transitions is what I'm hearing. So I am going to check into my spirit team and I'm going to see what they can tell me. Okay, so first of all, can you tell me why Penny was relieved about the verdict, Nicola Bully's verdict, please? Because, okay, now these cards have come out. Okay, I asked the question twice, same answers come out twice. So she knows something about a certain person, and that's why she was relieved, because she knows what happened. It showed me about, I just took the top card as well, accomplice. So and I just want to check the bottom deck as well. Jail. I knew it was there when it told me check the cards. I knew that card was there. I just didn't know if it was on the top or on the bottom. And normally I do check the bottom of the decks, and that's where it is. Because when I asked the question the first time, it said that she was relieved because she knows something about this person, and this person will now not have to go to jail with that relieving. She said it twice. She didn't say it. My spirit team gave me the same answer twice. Exactly the same. So that's the answer to that question. I can't get that any clearer. So she was relieved because she knows stuff about this person here, and she's relieved because this person doesn't have to go to jail. Okay, the other question I'm going to ask, because that answer came through like so quick, twice and very fast. Okay, so let's have a look. Can you tell me, I'm asking my spirit team here now, was Nicola stored somewhere like where there was muddy water, please, while she was still alive? Was she stored somewhere while she was still alive, please? Maybe there was some kind of accident. Maybe we get the card of the accident before. This is the jail card. Locked up. It's also locked up. Lovers on the bottom. Lovers on the bottom. When I asked if she was stored in where there's mud, I don't think it was played out how it was intended to be played out. I think certain aspects to that was an accident. So I'm just trying to tap into what part was the accident. So related to her being stored where there was mud, or I'm wondering if they thought she was dead, but she actually wasn't dead. Did they know that she was dead when they put her where there was mud? Okay, this is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, right, come around to it. Yep, it's just telling me to come around to that thought pattern that was going on there. It wants me to come around to that. So what I was getting then is that there was some kind of accident. So something happened maybe where it wasn't intended. I feel like something actually did happen near the water. but then she was moved. So maybe that's how she got the mud in her throat. No, she would have been choking on that. And I didn't see her choking when they were moving her. Okay, because I don't have Nicola actually here talking to me, I'm just going back through the visions that she gave me, asking the new questions. Okay. Tell me why there was mud in her throat. That's the hanging tree. So that is where perhaps the body went in. That's maybe where they were storing her, somewhere near the hanging tree. I think it's called the hanging tree. It keeps coming out. So, and I always get such, when I read on Nicola, I get such good connection. Clear answers is what they give me. And they've given it to, they keep giving me the same answers over and over again. Why was there mud in Nicola's throat, please? Why was there mud in Nicola's mouth, please? She was tied down. That's been coming out since the very beginning of reading on the Nicola cases. She was tied down. Then you're telling me something about an accident. So, that one jumped out. In split mind. That's why it's making me think it didn't go the way it was meant to go, because there's an accident card here. So whether it was an accident, that's all the turmoil and the chaos that was going on. Okay, you can't tell me that, and yes, they've gone free. Whoever it was has gone free. Strategy and planning. So something can't be an accident if there was strategy and planning, but what it can be is that it didn't go to plan. So that whatever happened off the cuff and not how it was intended. So it didn't go to plan. Now, was she tied down? Okay, just to answer a question I don't think I've ever asked. Was she tied down like in some kind of not hostage kind of, where am I going with this? Was she tied down to teach her a lesson or to bully her in a way? Do you know what I mean? Like tie her down to scare her off in some way, and that all went wrong. Okay, tell me where I'm going with that, if that is anyhow related. Sickness and unwell. That's not a clear answer. Okay, I need to ask it clearer. Was she tied down? Restrained. So she was restrained. This is my restraint card. Unaware or oblivious. Okay, was there some kind of drugs in her system? Like, because it took days for her body to be found, like were they waiting for certain drugs to pass through her body or evaporate, or I don't know how that works. I've said this before, so this line of questioning's come up before. Was she given something? Because that seemed to be that she was tied down and a little bit oblivious, she was a little bit out of it. It's saying there was tampering going on. It was similar to what I just said, but not quite. And someone passing through the system. So because I actually said those words, passing through the system. They were covering up. They tied her up because they were waiting for something to pass through her system to cover up what was done. To cover up was what was given to her. And that because she was in some way, she was like oblivious, and I know when I saw her being carried, she was almost like that. She didn't know where she was, and she thought someone was taking to her to help her. It was like she was what she showed me was she wasn't capable of doing anything on her own, as you would be if you were drugged. Okay, mask not showing their true face. We've got that card many times in the Nicola readings. Mask not showing true face. Over some kind of deal. Either a deal that was made that she knew about, that she found out about. I'm saying either. I feel like yes. It was because of what she found out about some kind of deal or something that was made. Mask I always get when I say somebody was... Every time I read and I get the sense, the mask card always makes me feel, there's a few cards here as well. The mask always makes me feel like somebody was not being them true selves or showing their true intention. So made it look like they were there to help her, but they weren't actually there to help her. So that indicates that somebody she knew. She thought they were going to help her, but they weren't going to help her. Okay, here's judgment. The judgment we know has already been made. That's the justice system. So it's not, we're not talking about the justice system now. We're talking about judgment. Whistleblower. This is the horn. This is, they were scared that she was going to say something. They were scared that she was going to whistleblow. Tell the information. Okay, someone's gone free. Somebody is free. They shouldn't be. She was tied down. She was tied, again, this is the third time just in this reading that these have come out. It baffles me because every time I read, the same cards come out over it. It can't be coincidence when you're getting the same cards, 100 cards, getting the same cards over and over again. It can't be a coincidence. Here we're saying that she was in some state of oblivion or state of unconsciousness or unaware, and she was tied down in that state. It's the third time these cards have come out together in this reading. I'm pretty sure it's the third. Could be two, but I'm pretty sure it's three. And then time was running out. So that I think that's her life. Her life was running out. Doesn't feel like it's fast. I shake my head because I feel bad for her. Okay. Anything else you want to tell me? Anything else that you can tell me? I mean, the questions that I came in with, they got answered within 8 minutes. There was strategy and planning. You've told me that before. And this is battles regarding fighting. So there was some kind of fighting going on, or two sides, or battles or of some sort. And so therefore there was strategy. This is planned. This was planned. Whether it went to plan, I don't think it did. It didn't go to plan the way it was supposed to go to plan. Did it go to plan the way it was supposed to go to plan? No. Like I said, it was an accident. It wasn't the way it was planned to go. Split mind. That's like it was supposed to go one way and it went the other way. Thank you for joining me. This is just answering a couple of questions that came through my comments. I will see you again next week for the true crime readings.